Hey, how's it going, Sagittarius? Hey, it's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Welcome to the big show. So, guys, it's time for your March mid-month tarot card reading. Do I need to say 2021? Do I need to say the year? Like, I always throw that in and wonder, is it obvious? I don't know. So, you guys want to give me any feedback? All right, so mid-month reading. I'm using the Starman tarot card deck as per usual. And I'm going to use the Starguide spread. And these are really... it's like the honest tarot reading, okay? So there isn't too much light and fluffy about these. It's really gonna just say it like it is. So let me just shuffle here a couple times. And I just, you know, my usual disclaimers. This is a general tarot card reading. So if it doesn't resonate, you know, try your moon or whatever. Don't leave me a nasty comment. Let me clear the deck. So, I don't know if you guys know how YouTube comments work. Like, some stuff gets held for review if it is deemed to be a little bit offensive. And somebody told me to, why don't I croak already, you old Tennessee witch hag? And I'm like, well, I'm Canadian. So anyway, I don't think anybody got to see it, but let's just move on. Let me take a sip of tea before we continue. Hold on. Okay, so the first card I'm going to draw here is going to look at the present situation or the present energy available for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And let me have a card here for you guys. So this is a really interesting card. I really like this one. So I'll show it to you. It's called the Seven of Pentacles. So for some reason, you're in battle fatigues here, squirreling away money or resources, you know, so this could be whatever is your biggest energy source. It could be money. For some of you, you could be hiding food from roommates, and trust me, I've had to do that in my past lives. So this is a really interesting card here. This is like, I'm just getting an impression that you're involved with somebody that is probably trying to raid your supply, and you're trying to hide things a little bit. And this could be in a marriage situation or whatever, you know, whatever the specific relationship is that this resonates for. There's things that you're keeping to yourself, and there's a reason for that. And that reason is going to be on an individual basis. It could be that you're planning to leave, whatever. But there is something going on here where you're getting ready for the next chapter. You know, you want to have something for your great escape. And what's really interesting here is that there's sort of a palace in the sky, and it's like this crystal palace that you guys are, that's your target. Okay, I want to be over there, but I want to cut some dead weight and probably bounce and leave this person on their own. You know, your marriage could be breaking up. You could be wanting to move out from your food stealing roommate. You know, just there's a bit of a like a 007 edge to what you're doing here, because it is very clandestine, and it feels like it's being done because you feel like you're under attack with the combat fatigues. Like, this is full battle gear. You're like, okay, well, you know, let's get it on, you know. So let's see what the cause of conflict is going on here for you, Sag. This is really an interesting card. So the Three of Pentacles, it feels like maybe you guys were set adrift and maybe not given access to what your dreams were. You could have been put in the position where you were told, okay, so once I graduate, then you can go graduate, or you can go back to school, or once this happens for me. It's like you guys were like always the bridesmaid. I'm going to write that down. Okay, so it feels like, you know, you never got the blue ribbon. You were always standing beside somebody else and sort of clapping them on, and, you know, it's enough already, which is causing you to seed some sort of a little nest here so you can get going on your own. You know, and this free falling towards alchemy, it's like, it's totally an out of control energy. You know, there's no parachute here. And that's funny that this guy probably, because he's so well equipped, he probably does have a parachute or something going on there. So it's like you really want to better equip yourself for your future. And there is somebody really stealing the spotlight for you. It's like they're taking your support for granted, you know, kind of like you'll always be there. And you just like, you're like a squirrel trying to hide a nut, right? You just like, okay, I'm done. You know, that's enough. You're sucking the life out of me. There is somebody, and they're just, how are they so oblivious? Like, how do they not understand how much you've done for them? So you're taking matters into your own hands here. So let's see the changes needed in order to face the conflict or the challenge. So we've got the World card here, and this is absolutely the best thing that you guys can do for yourself. You know how they say, like, the best revenge is living a successful life? This is it here. This is the World card. This is chasing what it is that you want to accomplish. Like, and how much more can you just be shaking the pom-poms on the sidelines? And I feel like you guys have done a fair bit of observing what other people are doing, to the point where you're kind of part of the furniture, you know, and it's expected of you. And there is some seed money or some sort of plan to do something for yourself where you're going to be center stage. You're going to have the spotlight on you. So I really love this. Like, just start focusing on what it is that you're able to do for you and yourself, you know, especially if there's any type of, I actually saw, like, I get visions. I get a combination of messages. Sometimes I get words. Sometimes I get visions. I do see where somebody needs to start planning to go to maybe like a shelter to escape somebody that is a little bit too, you know, abusive. So yeah, you want to start planning that and accomplish something for your own. And it's time for you to stop being second fiddle, Sag. You were not born to be second fiddle. So I want to see what your strengths are in this situation. And I absolutely love this. You guys, this is the Empress card. Okay, so she is, first of all, absolutely luxurious and plush, and she adorns herself in any way that she sees fit. So some of you could also be dealing with somebody that doesn't want you to dress a certain way or express yourself in a certain way. You know, oh, a lady wouldn't do that. And I say that because a majority of my viewers are women. But this can also happen to men too, you know. These things, somebody exercising dominance over top of another person, it's a two-way street. It can happen to men and women. So I just want to be cognizant of that. So make no mistake about it. Like, this is, you know, an act of dominance where somebody is like, okay, they keep on putting you off so that they can be center stage. And even if they're doing it in a nice way, to me, that doesn't even make it acceptable, because that's like the worst kind of selfish, you know? So I see you guys really starting to make plans to do something for yourself. And the Empress here, she does create new opportunities for you. You know, she uses her intuition and this calm exterior and everything's okay. So I see that going on for you guys. Like, whatever your individual circumstances, and you're not doing this to hurt anybody else. You're doing it because it's your turn. You know, it's like, come on already. Like I said before, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Even if you're married, it's just kind of like, you're a great support system, but what about you? All right, so let's have an outcome card here for you, Sag. Sometimes with the cards. Okay, hold on for a sec. That's right. So you've got this King of Swords energy. All right, so Sagittarius, you know, you're a very deeply emotional creature. You know, you're a fire sign, so you sort of live and breathe emotion. And some of you can really benefit from this King of Swords looking at things, because you could be sort of excusing somebody's behavior pattern. Oh, well, you know, they needed to do what they needed to do, and it's okay, I'll wait my time. But time flies in your life, you know. All of a sudden, you're at a certain age and you're like, well, I wish I would have accomplished that. So the King of Swords, he really wants you to take a complete stock of what is actually going on. And if you're noticing that somebody has a repeated behavior pattern of always putting you second, always expecting you to do the sacrifice so that they can shine. And when is your turn? When is your career move? When is it time for you to have that baby? Like, when is it, when is it your time, Sag? And this is what the King of Swords energy is going to allow you to do. So this is absolutely brilliant. So you might have had this stirring within you like a seed. And it's finally coming up to the surface and you're like, okay, yeah, it's game on for me, So you have some very powerful cards here. And you're being asked to step into the full power of you as a Sagittarius. Be a bridesmaid no more, Sag. Okay? My guides have stopped talking, so I'm going to peace out. Take care. Bye.